What's up, everyone? It's the BumCast presented by Circa Sports Illinois. Hey, Bum fans, the World Cup is here, and it's time to kick off with the biggest, baddest sports book in the game, Circa Sports. Sports betting the way Chicago deserves it. No bet fees in Illinois. Circa Sports hooks you up with player-friendly pricing, better in-game match options, top-tier customer service, and more. From money lines to goal scorer props, first half to full-time. Take your shot with the Circa Sports app. Bet like a pro from anywhere in Illinois. Download your new booking today at circasports.com. I am your host, HBIC, the head bum in charge, along with Baloney, Joey P, and Southside Bum, Dougie Fresh. Wish you well, my brother. Get well soon. Miss you here on the show.
Getting healthy. Getting healthy is the name of the game. Hopefully he's recovering, resting, and getting better one day at a time. I know he'll probably be watching or listening, so we love you, Dougie.
Yes, we do.
I don't like this accusation by Sam Reeves. Sam Reeves says Johnny murdered Dougie just to get back on the show. I would respect that commitment, but that is not true. That is slander. That is lies. But Johnny's back.
That hurt my feelings.
Yeah. All right. So Sox are currently winning 4-2 in bottom of the eighth. So we want to thank everyone for joining us. Hopefully, once the game's over, you turn us up full volume. But Sox game should be on mute now. But hope they have a nice little second half of the show after this game is over. I like the East Coast games, and then when they go quick on a Monday, feel like we're going to be less distracted. Me in particular, be less distracted.
That's the problem. Is there's a banger of a soccer game on right now, and I am not even turning it on as to not be distracted. Last week, Jason, I feel like you were watching more game than you were listening to us, which is fine. We gotta root for our teams and cover them as we see fit. But yeah, it was distracting at times.
Well, not only was it distracting, but having Tony Dominguez fucking blow a save in the bottom of the ninth again, it not good for the blood pressure. You want to focus, but you're just watching an epic collapse, and you got people in the comments writing, he walked a guy, he gave up a run, another hit. It's just snowballs, man. So let's get this close this game out quick against the Orioles, and be ready for a distraction-free show unless Morocco goes on a heater or something.
Yeah, Morocco is my team. I got some good money on Morocco.
Ooh.
In our Circa Sports Illinois bum bets. Morocco was my team to go the farthest from Africa. So that was one of the bets you could have made before the tournament started. Although, and I know, Jason, you do a good job of driving the show, and you're a good host, and we have our schedule and our itinerary as like, every week. But we got a comment from John P. Allister or John Pallister, one of the two. He says, do you think that the Bears letting go of DJ Moore and not getting a solid edge rusher during the trades or draft is going to be a mistake? I like that we're talking Bears, baby, because we are not just a Chicago White Sox podcast. We are also a Chicago Bears podcast. So we'll go around the table real quick. We're going to talk more Bears as the as the summer goes around. But
a couple weeks away from the magical time of the year.
I'm not worried about the DJ Moore stuff. I think they have more than enough weapons, more than enough, tight ends and wide receivers and running backs that are able to. I am more worried about the solid edge rusher things during trades. I talked about the once training camp starts, there's times where you could still make some moves before the season starts for, a veteran presence or just like a 1-year deal type of guy. So there's still a little bit of moves to be made, but I'm not worried, baby. I think we predicted first place Bears, and I'm sticking by it.
Yeah. I mean, and we also showed the graphic last week from Bleacher Report, the speculation that Josh Sweat might be a candidate to be traded from Arizona by the deadline. And we're like, yeah, if we can clear some room and make it, the caps or the picks work out, make it happen, so we can just, for selfish merchandise reasons of sweating to the Sacks or Sweat Brothers, whatever.
Sweaty Bros. Yeah, we can figure it out. We'll figure it out.
Yeah. I would like Josh Sweat on the opposite of Montez.
If it makes sense.
Yeah. So how you guys, Johnny, how you doing tonight?
Great. It's Monday, talking with you guys, just chopping it up. So Wouldn't want to be anywhere else right now. And obviously, right now the Sox are winning as well too. So hopefully, we can keep it like that.
Yeah.
Got to win on the road. You got to win on the road. I've been preaching that. So you got to win.
Big week. Don't collapse like they did last road trip. So Peter, you had an interesting week.
I did have an interesting week. It feels like forever ago because it was the Tuesday after the BumCast. But there's only some ways I could beat around the bush. I got seduced by Barstool Big Cat. I got seduced. There was some shenanigans foot at the Barstool Chicago offices, and yeah, he was coming on to me hot and heavy. And if you guys don't know what I'm talking about, I wasn't gonna clip it because last time we aired Barstool stuff, we got DMCA'd about 15 seconds later. So I was like, we're not playing any Barstool clips, no yak clips, none of that. But I was at the Barstool Chicago offices. I've been doing a little bit of work with our guy, Dante the Don. We're working on the backyard. It's a big project, but like it's going slow but steady, and it's exciting. So I was out there spraying weeds, just kind of get the place prepped for everything we're doing. And Julie, unbeknownst to me, super chatted the yak $20, and that $20 went far because they started pulling skits on me. Apparently KB was supposed to be mean to me because Julie said tease my husband that's working in the backyard, and they were like, what does tease mean, like bully or like flirt with him? Because you could take tease both ways. So they did both, and it was one of the most awkward experiences of my life. I didn't know what to do and how to act. I had a heads up that they were looking for me because they walked right past me while I was filling up buckets in the kitchen. But it was weird, man. It was really weird. At one point I thought, hey, what if I just lean into this and just start making out with Big Cat? Like, what would happen? that was in my head. I was like, what if that happens? Or what if I do that? But I didn't know what to do. So yeah, it was fun times though. So shout out Julie. $20 went a long way.
I was gonna say, when I saw this all happen, I was like, in my head, like, this is what the kids coined the phrase industry plant. I'm like, this was an industry plant to get clout. I'm like, it seemed too good. It seemed too good to be true.
It really, I like, people ask me like, did you know? I'm like, yeah, I knew I was going over there to work. Like I was going to do some stuff but I had no idea that like they were going to mess with me or anything until, Julie did that. So yeah, people thought that like I was in on the bit. I'm like, no, I had no idea.
I will say I was a little confused at first because I saw this video first before Julie. The other video with Julie, sending that super chat. I was like, what the fuck is going on over here? This guy's taking the shirt off and the other guy's like yelling at you, and it didn't make any sense until finally, like, I saw it the second day that Julie posted it up on her Instagram story. That I'm like, okay, this all makes sense now. So, but that's funny. I mean, it was a good bit all around, and you're a good sport about this as well too. So, obviously, like how you mentioned that you kind of knew something was up, so that was good for you, because I don't think if you knew something was up, would you have like the same response, or how
No.
would you act differently, or
Like if they would have started messing me while I was actually working, like sweaty with a backpack sprayer on, spreading weeds, I would have been like, what in the hell? I probably would have been pissed. But knowing that you're going to Barstool, you kind of have to be like, you got to be ready for anything, right? And Dougie, he did the bald stool thing. So I actually talked to him about it, and he was like, yeah, like you just have to be ready for cameras. It wasn't just like Big Cat and KB out there. They had a social guy with the vertical phone. They had another guy with the big ass camera, and it's all happening at once. So it's like, we do content, we do stuff in Lot B, but it's, it's small potato stuff. When you have this like whole thing and it's like pointing straight at you, you kind of freeze. And I told Julie, I think of myself as like a funny guy and kind of quick on my feet. I didn't know how to act. If there was a time where I was like, are they being mean to me?
Nah, you held your own, bro.
Well, the first line I think was like, good job, genius.
Yeah. And he apologized after the cameras were off. He apologized right away. KB was awesome, and we talked for a little bit. And he was like, "Oh, did you know the bit?" I'm like, "I didn't know until after the fact." But like in the moment when he's like, "What are you doing?" I'm like, "I'm spraying weeds," and he's like, "Good job, genius." That flew over my head. I didn't even hear that until watching it back, and like I was like, "What if I did hear that?" I was like, "What the fuck is your problem?" It was fun. It was a lot of fun.
Joey, how you doing?
Hermanos, I'm doing good and had a hell of a week and a hell of a day today. So anybody that's out there in the elements, make sure you're hydrating appropriately. You need lots of liquids like this, some H2O, some electrolytes, some potassium, something, because I give it to anybody that's out there in the elements this week. It's going to be very dangerous out there. So make sure you're checking on loved ones. If it was a heater today, I know it's going to get even hotter as the week goes on. So that's my public service announcement for all you guys and gals.
Heat stroking.
Yeah. I am just happy that the heat came today and not on Saturday. Yeah, heyo. Because last month I told you guys I went to, go see a DJ, Mark Knight, at Spy Bar. First time going to a club in 8 years. Stayed out, till 4 a.m. Had to stand around for a few hours waiting for him to get on. And I ran it back with my wife last weekend. We did Gorgon City, which is one of a DJ group from London that I've been wanting to see. They've been on my bucket list for years. Never got to see them live. They always do like big music fest or after hours shows. Nothing really that's I can really attend to. But they announced that they were doing a 5-hour Grant Park set from 5 to 10 last night. And I was like, hey, 5 p.m. I can do that. The wife, she can handle that too. They did an open to close set, 5 hours, and it's in Grant Park. They still banned chairs and coolers. So
coolers is understandable. Chairs is tough.
Yeah.
At a park.
It was at Grant Park. I had the chairs loaded up in the car ready. No, it was like fenced off. They had the stage built. Yeah, no chairs. So I had to stand around for a good solid 4.5 hours. We got there a little late. But I'm happy that he held off a couple of days, because there's no chance in hell I would have been able to stand with that many people in a crowd for over 4 hours.
Now, see, Julie and I are festival people. We tend to go to, either Lala or Riot Fest and stuff like that. And they don't let you bring chairs in there. So what we do, we got a little thing, is like wraps around your shoulder, and it's like a big blanket. So like you could still sit on the grass if you have a nice blanket and kind of just chill out for a little while. 5 hours of standing at any show is a lot.
Yeah. No, I did have fun though. It almost kind of made me want to dust off the, start doing the stretches, getting back in shape for like doing more like DJ sets, like music fest and stuff like that. I did have fun on Saturday, kind of little run it back. Can't do it as often as I used to, but maybe every once in a while I might have to.
North Coast? You got your eye on North Coast?
No,
or something like that?
See, that's the thing. I'm one of the olds when it comes to, like music fest now. I point and say, like, that music sucks. Maybe back to my music was better.
Yeah.
The classics.
We're like that, but I try to keep up on newer music. Although I was talking about, Julie and I went to dinner, and they were playing like, I forgot who they were playing. I was like, it's right around now, our age, where like they target not like music festivals, but like Ravinia or Tinley Park and stuff like that. And I was like, they have to start making a tour of all of like the not shitty, but like mid-range alternative acts from like the late 90s. I'm not talking like Bush and Pearl Jam and all that stuff. I'm thinking like Matchbox 20 and
Jimmy
like
Eat World.
Well, Jimmy Eat World was more like Warped Tour, but I was thinking like Matchbox 20 and like Third Eye Blind, the Wallflowers, those type of bands. Kind of like the mix, the 101.9.
Yeah.
Like me and Julie are like, yeah, we'd probably go to that concert.
the Rob Thomas Music
Yeah,
Fest.
Rob Thomas music, like those yeah, Goo Goo Dolls. Yeah, what's Adam Dirt's band? The guy Counting Crows, like that type of shit.
Isn't it crazy to think about, like, now we're talking about the mix, Third Eye Blind, and like all these other bands, like Matchbox 20, when the mix used to be Hall and Oates and used to be
Yeah,
Phil Collins.
Yeah, Phil.
yeah,
Yeah.
Huey Lewis and the News. This is fucking sad. This is depressing me right now. So why don't we go on to the next subject? Okay?
Wait, one last thing to really make you feel old, Johnny, because I listen to regular terrestrial music a good amount still, but we have the Sirius XM on in the car, in Julie's car. They're like Green Day is on like classic rock now.
Mm-hmm.
Like Dookie and even like some Weezer and definitely like Pearl Jam and Nirvana. That's on classic rock now, and I'm like, holy hell, that's gotta. That makes me feel like it's basically like what, like to Scarlett, what like Pink Floyd was to me. Like growing up and like, oh, Pink Floyd, that feels like forever ago.
Well, I hear
Now it's
that
like,
stuff
yeah,
on
that's
the drive
Green Day.
now. Like you hear Green Day on the drive. You hear
Yeah,
like,
that's what I'm saying. Old,
yeah.
not good.
Oh, quick super chat from Gordo. Oh, I lost it. There we go. Cheers, Johnny and the bum screw Joey P. Cheers, Gordo.
Yeah.
Go and you know what, Gordo, I was like really pissed off the way they dragged your name on those Reddit streets, man.
Oh yeah, the White Sox Reddit, right? They were going after
like
Gordo.
They said about Brooke Fletcher. They're like, well, she's not as bad as Gordo, and I was like, man, Gordo catch him strays in the internet streets, man. Those Reddit streets, not cool.
Everyone knows that's exactly who they were talking about.
Yeah.
Yep. Unmistakable.
Before we get to some Sox talk here, and the Sox are up 6-2 right now, so top of the ninth. Good job, boys. I got a question for you guys.
Okay.
And it's a would you rather.
Okay.
All right. Would you rather never get sick again or never get stuck in traffic ever again?
Oh, that's not even. Julie will tell you, I am insufferable in traffic. I don't know how to act. After you. Actually, I'm not going to bring it up because it was actually very bad, but no. I don't mind getting sick. I don't get sick all that often. I can handle the man flu for a week or like a little stomach bug, whatever. If that meant never having to deal with traffic again, sign me up.
I'm talking. I'm not talking just like I'm talking any disease,
I'll 100%.
condition.
Yeah, I'll 100% take not getting sick. And I hate traffic too. I think who does love traffic? Nobody does. But I've been prepared for these situations where I've been in traffic on 290 for 6 hours in a snowstorm. So that stuff, like, you just gotta know what to do at the time. I know it's the fucking baddest thing to be in, but I'd rather not get sick. If I had that option, I would never want to get sick again. 100%.
And if you leave this answer up to me, I'm with Peter. I'm sorry. Dealing with traffic for a living, I cannot deal with traffic. I just can't. It's the closest thing for somebody to see me actually get angry is dealing with a dumb driver in front of me. And then sometimes I don't use expletives or have road rage, but I will sometimes slip and use a Hawk Harrelson phrase. What are you doing, Wagner? When somebody cuts me off or is driving on the shoulder of the E-way and being very dumb and dangerous to others and themselves. So yeah, traffic. I'll get sick.
And obviously, like, not getting sick, that would very much benefit the wife and kids and the longevity of, me being around. So obviously take that out of the equation because that should be the answer is, live long and help provide and stuff like that. But if it's just up to me right now, you're asking me, gun to head, it's traffic. I hate traffic so much. If you were to tell me I'm going to live without traffic or 90 and never get sick, I don't care about those 20 years. The world stinks enough as it is. Like, that's not going to do me nothing as long as I don't have to sit in I-55 traffic or 294 traffic ever again.
my answer to this is that, like, we live in an age where, modern medicine keeps on advancing. You've seen like every month there's some new pill, there's some new breakthrough, some study that's happening, and this could be the cure for this disease, that disease. We're getting closer to curing this. There ain't no cure for stupid drivers. There ain't no pill for stupid drivers who get into accidents or don't pay attention and cause accidents and then ruin everyone else's day. Until they make a cure or make a pill to have people stop driving like idiots, I'm taking no traffic. I don't care how deliberating I get, how chronic I get. Nothing will compare to my mental health compared to trying to go to a Sox game on a Friday night and being stuck in 55.
Yeah, Sam is in the comments, and he's actually the perfect like test subject for this because he commutes from damn near Wisconsin to Sox Park a lot, like half the season or whatever his ticket plan is. But he's also got the poopy pants a bunch, so it's like this is the exact person we should be asking. And for those listening on the podcast, he says it would make my commute to the rate much easier, but I hate being sick in any fashion. So I would understand that, like, if someone has IBS or something that like you're always sick, like it's a no question, right? Like you'd rather have your health. Your health is paramount to anything. But like I mentioned, I'm sick a couple times a year. I'd much rather not sit in traffic.
Yeah. Nope, I agree. All right, that was my question of the week.
I like that. I like that a lot.
It was a good question.
All right. Are you guys ready to talk some White Sox?
Let's do it.
All right. As always, our White Sox content is fueled by TasteRealChicago.com. This is the week, ladies and gentlemen, for the 4th of July. Barbecues will be afoot and aplenty, and you better have everything you need for your barbecue. So head over to TasteRealChicago.com. Get your beef kits, your muffaletta, your giardiniera, your seasonings, everything you need to make that meat better. It's proven fact. Giardiniera and seasoning make any type of meat taste better. So, if you need it on the quicks, go visit them in the West Loop. Pick it up right there in the store. Get your beef kits. Tell them the Bum sent you. Otherwise, order it online. TasteRealChicago.com.
Yeah, and while you're there, you might as well stop by, get a turkey sandwich, get a Mr. G, get an Italian. All very good sandwiches.
Yeah. All right. So I want to start with the White Sox. Obviously, I think the big story is Friday night. There was a lot of stroking going on Friday night, guys. Some might say when you have that many guys stroking, it's a bukkake. So
yeah,
it might have been
CSB admin was wilding out on the stroking jokes on Friday night. But yeah, I mean, Jason, me and you, we were texting back and forth. FOMO up the ass. That game, we should have gone to that game. I haven't been to enough Sox games this season. I've admitted that. That Friday game looked like so much fun. Not even accounting the whole marshmallow aspect to it and everything else. But Joey, you were there, right? So we should start with you. How were the vibes on Friday night?
Vibes were high. I was just blessed that Sandy P the night before said, I want to go see Marshmallow tomorrow. Get me tickets so we can go to the game and get out.
Not even a please. She's just like, get me tickets.
Yeah, exactly.
That's a lady that knows what she wants.
Shot Queen is quite demanding. So yeah, I mean, it was awesome vibes. It's a jam-packed stadium, and you could tell that the team was feeding off those vibes, and that's why the offensive onslaught, 5 home runs. I was afraid they were gonna run out of fireworks for the Friday night after game fireworks show, and then obviously Marshmallow himself. But this dude right here, Tristan Peters, our banana guy.
Yeah, the banana boy.
That when he hit that slam, that was it. Like the stadium was like we were celebrating almost as if you had won a World Series. It was just everybody's high-fiving. I would say I would match the vibes almost as well, just everybody in the stadium when the Bears beat the Packers, how everybody was just all high-fiving and roaring. And yeah, that game was fantastic. Great pitching, timely hitting, all of it.
Yeah.
Well, I kept on seeing on the timeline there was a lot of people that were saying that's like that was like one of the best games that they've been to in a very long time. So I would assume, Joey, since you were there, that it had that atmosphere. It had that playoff atmosphere because it was just popping. And what I thought was even more cooler was that I know we're gonna talk about it a little bit here, but how there was so many people that stayed for that Marshmallow concert as well too.
Yeah.
So that was pretty cool.
Yeah, I
I,
don't have the stat on me. I said I wanted to have the stat on me, and that's my bad for not doing the research before Monday's show. Miguel Vargas might be the best baseball player alive on Fridays with red uniforms. It feels like every Friday when they're at home, that guy is mashing out of control. So I'm gonna have to look that up. I'm gonna have
yeah.
to stat. I'm gonna have to stat muse or fan graphs or figure it out. But on Fridays, the vibes were crazy, man. Jason, me and you were texting back and forth. FOMO up the ass.
I was really pissed off that I wasn't there. And then when I saw how long that game was, I turned to Sarah and I said, you know what? I'm kind of glad I didn't go because I would have been drunk off my ass. Because that game was so long that my bank account and my liver probably would not have appreciated it. And then there probably would have been some post Cork shenanigans after that because vibes would have been immaculate at that point. So I'm kind of, in retrospect, I'm pissed I didn't go, but I'm also kind of like, yeah, maybe it was for the better that I didn't go.
I mean, I'll tell you what, it's fun watching it at home too. Say what you want about Schriffen. When they're playing good, man, he gets into the game. He gets into the calls, the home runs, all of that stuff. But it just feels like CHSN finally has gotten their footing. And since I haven't gone to a lot of games. I'm watching them a lot at home. And between Friday and like the Marshmallow and the like the Friday night access with talking to Vassal and a bunch of other people in between innings and during the game, and then Saturday they had the whole winning ugly thing with the '83 team, and even going back to the Bob Costas thing where I made fun of the Costas and Stone broadcast, but it's like they're trying different things and they're trying new things. They're innovating. They got the Sunday kids graphics that stand out and are fun, and it catches at least my kids' attention for a little bit. I got to credit. I mean, we don't like giving Jerry credit all that much, but CHSN, for as bad as it's been from the onslaught with the antennas and everything else, and they still don't have great programming. The in-game, product is pretty good so far, and it credit to Brooke Fletcher, who's been killing it at every role she's been in. Sideline reporter or pregame interviews, postgame interviews, and this week in the booth. So yeah, CHSN's got a good thing going. It's been fun to watch, and hopefully keeps on going while the Sox are good.
Yeah. Vargas with the 3-run homer, Gonzalez with the 3-run homer, Tristan Pierce with the grand slam, Teal with the homer, Benny with the homer. Like, I mean, that's just, like I said, last stroking, circle jerking, bukakiing. It was all around good times. And I like that because, like, I tweeted it out that it's crazy that the Yankees, how many home runs they hit, because even after the 5 home runs, the Sox were still 5 home runs behind the Yankees for the lead in baseball. So Sox are second overall for home runs right now.
Without Murakami.
That's a big
Yeah.
thing without Murakami. Now, obviously, look more of a pitcher's duel than the next day when winning 2-1. Everyone always does save some power for tomorrow, save some runs for tomorrow, But we still got the win, and I think that's all that matters, no matter how many times you put up the most runs, second most runs in franchise history. Was it the most since 1970? Something like
Almost
that.
50 years.
Yeah. Great offensive power. This team is fun to watch. They, I feel like they just play off each other, right? I mean, everyone's just getting along, and there's been, we've been talking about trades and who we want to bring in, and you just hope that if someone does come in or if they do send someone out from the big league roster, that it doesn't fuck with the chemistry of the team. I think we always talk about vibes and everything, but I think the team chemistry is definitely one of the biggest things right now, especially with Murakami being out. You got Tio back now. We're almost there. Noah Schultz tomorrow, or Wednesday, sorry. But yeah, I love watching this team, and now they're up 8-2. So
I know since we went on air, I was like, oh, this game's gonna be over quickly. And no, they're mashing in the 8th and ninth inning. So good. Yeah, Jason, you mentioned the bounce back, or at least the offensive, lull on Saturday. I was really intrigued to see how Davis Martin was going to bounce back from an ugly outing on the road last week, right? And that's where we got to give Davis Martin credit this season. Whenever he has an ugly start, and he hasn't been having many of them, but I could count on one hand. He's had like 3-4, shakier starts, 2 really bad ones that I could remember, but he always bounces back. And obviously, it helps that the Royals aren't very good right now, but like he looked efficient. He did what he had to do to get a win, and obviously honoring the winning ugly team. They didn't really necessarily win ugly 2-1, but they got it done. And going back to that Saturday game, I had the tweet out there. I can't stop looking at that fucking third baseman getting hit in the nuts. Like, it's just like I've probably watched that video 1,000 times. Like, it's just like I said, I didn't get to go see Jackass this weekend, so I just keep watching that video.
I was at that game on Saturday. I was at that game, and another great crowd. But yeah, man, they just continue those close like 2-1 games. It's just incredible. It's incredible to see. I'm so happy that they're finally, because we would always lose that way. It would always be like such a dumpster fire when that stuff happens. But the fact that we're winning that way, and yeah, they gotta wear cups, man. That's another thing too. Like it sucks that the guy got hit in the balls, but that's also their fault for not wearing cups too. So I also can't be, feeling too bad for the guy when they don't want to wear cups. So, I mean,
I didn't play baseball all that long because I ended up playing, soccer since I was a little kid. But we all played some sort of sports. I never wore a cup. I wore a cup in hockey, but like you have to wear a cup in hockey. Like it'd be crazy if you didn't. I don't know if I would wear a cup in baseball. I never wore shin guards in soccer, and you're supposed to wear shin guards. No, you're supposed. I would literally wear like Post-it stamps as shin guards because I hated them so much. So yeah, I don't know if I would be a cup cat, even though obviously in that situation he probably should have wore a cup.
There was something I did want to mention from that game because I saw it on the scoreboard. They were saying that in 1983, the Sox had 6 comeback from behind wins, and one of them was on June 27th. And I kept on saying, it's like, that game on Saturday was on June 27th. So I was saying how fitting it was that they would come back and win that game, and sure enough, they won 2-1. So I thought that was pretty, that was a pretty cool, unique stat that happened.
Yeah.
And about that play too, guys, did you guys pay any attention to the teammate who committed that act of
he didn't even check on him.
He didn't even check on him. He just looked at him, looked down, and then walked back to the mound. And where was the rest of the team at to go check on the guy?
That's the same thing that when Peters saw me like slip on the when I was getting out of the house and I slipped on the ice.
You fell in the snow,
he just looked at me, and then he just like kept back and cleaning his car. So I understand that.
You fell in the snow like Paulie from in Rocky 4.
Yeah, whatever.
Kyle Teal finally got his first successful challenge of the season, and they won it on a walk-off.
Walk-off challenge?
Yeah, walk-off challenge. So that's actually, I'm happy that tied in because I actually wanted to bring, that was actually one of my stats, or talking points here for you guys. Kyle Teal came back, and, we all said how good he was last season about, like, taking walks and, behind the plate and everything. not a great start to this season. I mean, now it's limited, sample size here because he hasn't been up for that long. But he hasn't won a challenge yet. He had one earlier today. He had one earlier in the game that was so egregious. The ball was clearly down the middle of the plate, and he challenged it. Lost the challenge beginning of the game. But I think as long as Kyle Teal can, get back into the, this and get some great challenges, I think obviously we can deal with a little of the deficiency as long as he keeps on hitting the ball, which it took him a couple games, but he's finally starting to get his stroke in the Strokin. But plus 8.1% of rate versus expectations. Not good for Kyle Teal on the
I'll let a lot of this stuff slide because this is rough.
Yeah, it's a small ass sample size for now. And like we mentioned before, when he first got called back up or reinstated, he's gonna offer you much more, better at bats than Romo and Carroll were.
I'll be honest.
That side of
right now.
On that side of the ball, you're already, and defensively they were ass cheeks too. So even if he is losing some ABS, challenges and stuff, I'm sure that'll get better. Although at this point, it was almost like it's almost like, and I don't want to be too critical on Will Venable because a lot of other people have, and it's been like really noticeable even when they're in first place, halfway through the season, and people's expectations are crazy, but that's neither here nor there. At what point do you assign somebody or like change who's doing your challenges and reviews? It's almost like Eberflus when he was challenging and throwing the red flags. Like, you got to change something because it's not working.
Yeah. No, I mean, look how long it took for them to finally fuck with Tony Dominguez. We'll talk about him in a little bit. Okay, so I must have missed the second one today. I saw the one in the beginning earlier in the game where it was just that was a bad challenge.
He's turning it around. He's turning it around.
Oh, good. But put him in the second in the 2-hole. I want to Miguel Vargas sitting. I want to say, with you did bring us up with Miguel Vargas, Peter. I don't want to see him leading off ever again. There was a game that Venable did earlier this week where he had Miguel lead, and I was like, "What are we doing here?"
You know what? I'm starting to like the random ass Venable games just because of your guys' reactions, and it's not just you, Jason. It's everyone else. Like, just give me one of those spaghetti thrown at the wall games every once in a while, just to see where we're at with like the mindset of White Sox Twitter, because people go crazy. Obviously you don't want him leading off, but sometimes it's a getaway day. People are resting. He does the lefty crazy thing. I'm sure they got some analytics onto why they wanted him in the 1-hole. Sign me up.
Joey, Johnny, you fucking with Miguel?
No, I don't want. I don't want to see that at all. No, you have so many guys you could put up at the top of that lineup, and Miguel Vargas is not one of them. Either he should be now, since Murakami's out, he should probably be third. Honestly, I would put him at third.
He's been batting third for the past few games, so yeah, I think.
Yeah, keep him there until the time being, until Murakami comes back, and then you could, switch however you want to switch it, except for leadoff. Don't do that.
But how guys, how do we not know that day of the game, Miguel didn't walk into Will's office and say, "Hey, coach, can I lead off today?" Sure, why not? I'm at the point now where, like Peter, you were just saying a minute ago, fans go crazy over Will and his decision making sometimes. I'm at the point now where I'm giving Will his grace because
benefit of the doubt.
Yeah, at this point, I mean, we did not expect this team to be performing at this level when we made our preseason predictions, right? So at this point, I'm just going to give him his grace, and when he messes up, which I don't think he will at this point. But if he were to mess up, it'd have to be something so catastrophic that we lose like 15, 20 games in a row. And then everybody saying that he's making bad decisions would be in the right. But I'm becoming glass half full with his decisions.
It's also like people have been so critical about anything he does. Like the offense is fucking good. Like you can't tell me, if you go on Twitter right now and search the lineup for Friday's 22 run performance, I bet you somebody was complaining about something before that game started, but nobody's complaining afterwards, right? Like if Vargas leads off and he, hits 2 home runs, people are be like, "Oh, that was fun. It was a one-off or whatever." I think there's things that you can and should be critical. The bullpen choices, like the usage of some people, the challenges and ABS stuff, that's stuff that they could all work on. But like the offense is so good right now. I don't care who bats 9th and who bats 5th and who bats 1st. Like they're mashing, especially at home. Let them do whatever they want.
As long as Antonacci's leading off, I think he's like my favorite leadoff man I've had since probably Pods.
Over Lurie?
Yeah. Shocking, right?
Shocking.
Fucking guy. Okay, so as I kind of mentioned, briefly in the notes here too, Venable Days basically said that Noah Schultz is going to be back. He's going to be playing starting Wednesday's game against the Orioles. So, he threw 74 pitches, 7 strikeouts, 4 1/3 innings during his last rehab start on Friday. So they called up David Sandlin again, who I kept saying might be a dude. And he was a dude Friday night. 3 hits, 1 run, 3 walks, 6 strikeouts, 6 innings against the Royals on Friday, which, he had that great start when he first came up. Then he had a couple clunkers and then gets down. Now he's back up. And I want to ask you guys that. Now I know, we still have our guys, but do you think Sandlin's shown you enough that he deserves more looks in the rotation as opposed to maybe K or Fetty? Sean Burke was awesome tonight.
Burke's been at times very good. Yeah, I think Sandlin has become a guy you can hopefully rely on. It's still early, right? It's still a very small sample size. And I know everyone is very excited for Noah Schultz to come back, and rightfully so. He's a young guy. We've been talking about him forever. I feel like he's been on the Farm Report, and we've been, excited for him to get called up. And then he did get called up, had one shaky start, was okay for a little bit, but then was kind of bad. And you could say maybe it was a knee and maybe it was, rookie jitters, everything like that. But people were like penciling him in like, "Oh, Schultz is back. This is going to be, great for the starting rotation." I don't know if that's the case. You hope that's the case. Cross your fingers, knock on wood, and hopefully, Noah Schultz gives you, a good amount of starts, from now until the end of the year. But he's a rookie. Like, we don't know if that's the case. And so, and I know Sandlin is too, but like, yeah, you kind of just throw them out there and see what you got. Because like you mentioned, Jason, and I know the 108 guys talked about it on Thursday and Sunday. Fetty for sure is not a guy anymore. It's slowly been very obvious that's the case. But Burke and Kay, and every once in a while, like the guys besides Davis Martin will throw in a patchwork start and it'll be good. But yeah, I think Fetty's days are numbered. So yeah, you need Sandlin and you need Schultz. Hopefully he's good.
Yeah. I definitely don't think we're trading Fetty for anything at the deadline. Maybe some.
Oh yeah, not like last time.
No, we're not getting anything like last time. But yeah, I think if Fetty keeps on like having these starts, I don't see any reason why you wouldn't just give Sandlin a spot start every now and then. Like keep him. If he continues to pitch well in Charlotte, he's going to be back down. He's been very, very good in Charlotte. So, and he's had 2 really good starts so far here. I don't I mean, I guess if you throw him out against the Yankees, or something like that, yeah, obviously it's going to be bad. But I think he has like enough in AAA and the small sample size here that he is worth some more looks, And at this point, when you got an offense that's clicking on all cylinders, they can pick him up because, like, obviously, when you put up all those runs as a pitcher, he doesn't have to really worry at that point about like making mistakes, right? He gives up a couple base hits, he gives a bomb. You still have a big lead. You can be more aggressive in the strike zone at that point. So let him attack pitchers. Let him gain confidence. If you have him keep up here and the offense keeps on hitting home runs left and right, that's just going to boost his confidence if he can keep on proving that he belongs. And yes, to Treasy, I 100% put Fetty in the bullpen. Let's give Sandlin some starts. Let's see what he does.
Yeah, I'm excited. I mean, obviously, we would have never predicted this first half of the season, and we said this gauntlet of June was make or break, and so far they've been making and not breaking, right? Like they've had some bad games against the Yankees and a couple other teams, but for the most part, it's good. But I'm ready for this All-Star break. I'm kind of ready for, the Sox to kind of compose themselves, get healthy, rest, and then see what happens in the second half, because we've never been in this position, at least in this podcast, right? Like we didn't really podcast when the Sox were in the playoffs last. I mean, we did, but it was
like right in the beginning of.
It was like right in the beginning. So, like, I'm just excited for meaningful games in July and August. And I've said this in the past, but now it's really here. I mean, it's not like a crazy thing. I'll go, oh, it's a hot start, or oh, they're a flash in a pan, or lightning in a bottle. They're in first place at the halfway point of the season. So there's no reason why they shouldn't be in first place the second half of the season. So this is where it's like I'm excited, and see what they do, and realistically see what Chris gets if he ponies up, plays it safe, conservative, pragmatic. We don't know, but it's exciting to see.
Yep. Guys, Sox magic number is 79.
Okay, wait. Can you tell people what? Can you tell the people what you're doing with this Twitter account? Because this was the fire Velus Jones.
The fire. Well, it was cut Velus Jones, and then it got rebranded a fire Eberflus, and it sat dormant for a while. And I was like, you know what? Vibes are high. Let's turn it to a Sox magic number account. So if you're listening, if you see a tweet, what's the Sox magic number? That's us. Go follow it. We're gonna be a tweet every time the Sox win. I gotta tweet it out right now, actually.
All right. So I like that you're doing it, and I like, if the account's sitting dormant, you might as well do something with it. Are you worried about the juju, or like the whiplash that this is gonna like from like people not only in White Sox Twitter but outside of White Sox Twitter saying like, God damn it, these people, it's not even All-Star break and they're doing magic number? Because I think it's funny.
Anyone who's listened to us, anyone who's listened to us knows we're like, meathead Sox fans sometimes.
Tongue in cheek, though.
Yeah, tongue in cheek. So, if the Sox end up making, winning division, making the playoffs, which they're trending, then we could be like, yeah, it was a good thing we started it back in middle of June. If Chris gets trades everyone and it falls and the bottom falls out and people all of a sudden hurt and everything, well, you know what? Then because you can be mad at me. So
tell him, Jason.
Magic number better have a Vassal graphic. It does. Maybe if you go follow the account, JT. Maybe if you saw the retweets that we're doing, that I'm doing, put the notifications on.
Hand up. I have not retweeted yet. I will. I will now that we told people.
I haven't either.
Yeah, all bum of the week, all you guys, for not trying to promote our brand.
No. Now that we've announced it and talked about it,
you should have told us. You'd be, hey, you should start retweeting this. You put it out there. So I'm gonna bum back you for that.
I'm gonna bum you for not even seeing two of my retweets. Two of my retweets and not doing anything.
You know what? Next time you ask me for my pass to post over here, I ain't gonna give you shit.
I was gonna park at
Yeah.
Kathy D's and
Wait,
eat
we
there for
can't.
5 hours.
If they were your tweets and we're not quote tweeting or retweeting, I understand that. But if you're just retweeting someone else, and obviously now we know it's your account, you can't expect us to go just quote tweet someone else. But
That's
now
true.
we are. So now we're in. And you know what's funny? I noticed it the first time you did it, and I didn't think two shits about it. And it wasn't until the second time you did it, I clicked on it. And I'm like, I'm looking at the followers, and I'm looking at it. And I'm like, ah, shit, I think this is him. And then I text you. I'm like, yeah, it was him.
Yes, it was. So, yeah, maybe JT will go. Oh, he says he blocked it when you trashed my boy Velas.
Old ass Veal is still catching strays. Forever a bum.
All right. One other Sox talking point. Fuck Tony D. Fuck Tony D as a closer, as a reliever, and as a motherfucking crew. And if you're down with Tony D, then fuck you too. He blew the back-to-back saves last week, and he didn't appear in the game until yesterday. And guess what? He pitched the 6th inning. Maybe Will Venable finally got it through his head that I should not pitch him in the 9th inning anymore. And not even in the 8th or 7th. He put him in the 6th inning yesterday. So let's hope that this is where he stays now. You know, a 6th or 7th inning guy. And let's let the real guys, Taylor, Hudson, Newcomb, let them handle the end of the game. But Tony, I don't want to see him. I don't care if he does like a couple good weeks of 1, 2, 3 innings and he's striking out. Keep him there. I don't care how much he's fucking making. I don't want to see him before the 8th inning ever again.
All right, question to you, and I agree. We've talked about Tony Dominguez enough, but I agree it's good to see him in the 6th. What if they are, Marshawn Lynch protecting his chickens and his mentals, but he slowly builds up to where we knew it. We knew that like the eye test was he wasn't a closer, and then after those 2 blown saves, like everyone was quote tweeting the stats of like his stats as a non-pressure situations compared to the 9th inning. But what if he is a setup guy? What if like you build him back up, and by the end of August, September, when the games really matter, and I understand the games always matter, right? 162, all of that shit. But when it's put up or shut up time, and you need someone in the 7th and 8th inning, Tony Dominguez is back at it, back with his mind right. I'm not saying closer, but 7th, 8th high leverage innings or high leverage outings. No.
No, I still don't want it. The numbers prove that.
Okay, but that's what I'm saying. Ignore the numbers from here on out. Like, say from June 29th until, say, August 15th. We take that sample size, and he's pitching the 6th and 7th inning, and he's doing pretty decent at it. Has he not earned, like, a 8th inning high leverage situation? I'm not saying it's going to happen. He might not ever make it back, but there's a possibility they're going to need him.
Joey?
If you leave it to me, he wants nothing with it.
I already said no. I'm already.
You know what?
Nope,
this is
nope.
exactly the same thing. Go ahead, Joey. I'm sorry.
No, you're good. Go ahead.
What I was gonna say just real quick is that this is the same thing about people complaining about the lineup, and then all of a sudden, like it works out and whatnot. So I mean, he could say that right now, and then like in 2 weeks, what about if all of a sudden he's just starting on fire, and then I'm not saying you're gonna change your mind. You might still have that same output with him, but I think Jason needs to see it in order for him to be like, okay,
Yeah.
I like him in the setup role now. This is
Yeah, I'm
giving me
gonna say-
Billy Koch. This is giving me Billy Koch vibes all over again. Billy Koch was our closer, and he was completely fucking up left and right. Paid him all that money, and this is exactly the same thing. So they're smart, Venable.
Tony Koch.
Tony Koch. Trying to change him around and put him in a setup role. And if he does better, obviously some people putting out there with the numbers, he's doing a lot better in those pressure roles. then go that route. See if that works. This season's already been crazy as it is. So I'm okay if they want to go and switch that and put him as a setup role and just put Grant Taylor because Grant Taylor's on fucking fire. I'd rather keep him as closer.
Yeah.
And that's what I was going to say about Grant Taylor. To answer your question, Peter, I would be more afraid taking Grant Taylor out of the role, what it would do to negatively affect him, because he's earned that role. Who cares if Tony D is doing good for this short span? Grant Taylor's going to be like, bro, I've been here all this time. Why am I going to lose my job again? No. So that's why I would say no.
Yeah, but don't get me wrong. I never said put him back in the ninth. I'm just saying you're going to need him in high leverage situations to going forward. You know, obviously for now, put him in the 5th, 6th, even 7th or whatever. But eventually you're going to need to put him in the 7th and 8th inning, and he's going to need to, you know, a couple holds or, you know.
Build up that confidence.
Yeah.
Yeah, but then the confidence of, okay, so we won't say Grant. We'll say that it's Newcomb or it's Hudson then.
Mailman
they
Jack
get their
says
confidence shot if you pull them out.
Newcomb ? That's our number one starter, baby. That's the opener, if you will.
Hey, there we go. Let's try Sir Anthony as an opener.
Put him in the first. See what happens. Stop, you know what? That's a good point.
Nothing to lose.
We got Vargas leading off. Like, why don't I put that? See how that goes.
Yeah, Jason doesn't want Vargas leading off once every 60 days, but put Tony Dominguez in the opener. Okay, by me.
Well, because the numbers say the earlier he pitches, the better he is. So maybe he'll be pitching no hitter after no hitter in the first inning. Let's give it a shot. Then you don't have to. Then you already burned him. You don't have to worry about him coming in the 8th or 9th inning.
Watch, it makes him a lot worse. Then we're just back to square one.
Yeah. Peter, you saw something funny, and and by the way, before you JT says update your 30 followers. Yeah, because no one retweets it, and you block it, JT. So maybe it would grow. It would grow if you help spread the word. Damn.
I will say you start it now, and they're in this, till the end. That account will grow in late August and September. Maybe not in June.
All right.
Well,
the magic numbers posted. Let's see who notices.
Where are we at? What are we at?
78. We're at 78, boys.
78. It's not bad. All right, the one last little bit of nonsense for the White Sox. I saw this during the winning ugly game on Saturday. Johnny, you were at the game. Were you invited to the wedding?
I was not invited to the wedding.
Ron Kittle gets married, and the officiant of the wedding was none other than Jerry Reinsdorf. And I'm here, as the bums to cease and desist this, because again, the White Sox are throwing weddings out there willy-nilly while we've been saying we want to marry somebody in Lot B. I'm a registered officiant. I've been wanting to do this for years, and fucking Jerry Reinsdorf for just marrying his buddies. Obviously, it's a legend, Ron Kittle. Congratulations to the Kittles, I guess. But bum of the week, Jerry, for once again stealing my idea.
So he's reading a grocery list.
It does like
avocados,
eggs, milk, bread,
Are you
fiber.
We got enough waffles in the freezer.
But hold on, but you know what's also funny about this photo isn't the officiant supposed to be in front of them between the couple? Like,
this was very weird. They said that they did this in the suite. Also, I was thinking about this. This obviously this is the owner's suite, right? Like Jerry's not going to the random suites. Those TVs are the shittiest TVs up there. What are we? I mean, obviously we shouldn't be surprised.
2 of them aren't even on.
Jerry. And obviously they couldn't have done this during the 7th inning stretch or a commercial break. There's obviously a game going on while they're doing this.
He don't know. He don't know.
He don't care.
I mean, this is right up to par.
Well, congrats.
Should we bum of the week Ron Kittle for getting married?
Riding.
Yeah. How do you think that never mind. How do you think that consummation went? Never mind.
You think Jerry's letting Kittle in the owner's box? It's a good point.
He probably kicked him out the minute that he met.
That might be Chris Getz's box. He might be like, you get Getz's box. You're not coming in
Wait.
mine.
Look at the painting back there. That's like Jerry.
Oh, maybe, but yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if Jerry puts his face in every suite, like high end.
We've been to we haven't been to the high end suites. We're not allowed there, but we've been to a couple boxes. I didn't see Jerry's clown ass anywhere.
Yeah, but congrats on the sex round, Kittle.
Hey.
All right. Before we wrap up our White Sox talk, we got two other things to cover real quick. First off, a couple weeks away, ladies and gentlemen, Whiskey at Comiskey is back July 25th versus the Astros in Lot B, and I'm not gonna celebrate a birthday month, but it's the day before my birthday, so come out and get drunk. I'm not gonna do a week or anything. It's gonna be July 25th. Let's do it.
Is there someone else's birthday you want to mention?
Wow,
Yes.
you're growing up.
Yes,
You're growing up, Jason.
I am.
Yeah.
It's also Dougie Fresh's birthday.
It's also Dougie.
Dougie's,
How soon we forget our fallen brethren. It's also Dougie's
didn't
birthday,
forget.
so celebrate both bums' birthdays July 25th.
I'm doing the prices right. I'm closest to the birthday without going. But yes, so we'll be out there. We got JP Graziano's once again, Off Hours Brewing, going to have some more beers for us, and then new tequila, Joey.
We have Tajitas Tequila, another awesome local brand, local to Chicago, that's got some delicious additive-free tequila.
Yes. And as always, our friends at Circa will be out there. Make sure you sign up for them via their app. Get some stuff from them, and just be ready for. It might be a hot one, but who cares? We're going to be drinking a lot of delicious tequila and Malort and beer. So be ready. RSVPs will open up after the holiday weekend.
All right, yeah, next Monday. Let's say next Monday.
Yeah. And then the draft is this weekend, or I'm sorry, in 2 weeks. So next Monday, we're going to be having our friend from Sox Machine, Josh Nelson. He's going to come on and he's going to talk all things MLB draft. Is it going to be Rock? Is it going to be Grady Emerson? There's a lot of whispers. I don't know who it's. I was pretty sure it's going to be Rock, but there's a lot of people out there doing the Emerson whispers. But either way, it sounds like they're taking a shortstop. So we're going to get to have Josh on next week, and we're going to talk some draft.
I'm going to talk 49ers with them because I'm ready for football.
That's a lie.
I'm kidding. That is completely a joke. We're not ready for 49ers football yet. I'm sorry, Josh.
All right. That is our White Sox talk presented by TasteRealChicago.com. Don't forget, visit them online, TasteRealChicago.com. Or if you need something right now for the weekend, stop in there at their store on the West Loop, JP Graziano's. Get your beef kits, your muffaletta, your jardiniere, your seasonings, everything you need for a great 4th of July barbecue. All right, Peter, what do we got for headlines?
We got a little bit of everything, honestly. If you guys are watching on YouTube, the thumbnail is a little bit of Blackhawks, a little bit of White Sox, a little bit of Bulls, a little bit of Fire, a little bit of everything. But let's start with the Chicago Bulls. Joey P, we'll give you a certain amount of minutes because I don't know shit about these guys, but people are excited about Caleb Wilson and Dalen Swain. So talk to me about these guys.
Well, it's been a while since the Bulls have had a number 4 pick in the first round. If you guys remember a few years back, the last time they had a pick like that, that high, they ended up getting Patrick Williams. And that didn't work out so good.
It did not.
It did not. And the big difference with picking Caleb Wilson here, well, for one, it's cool. We got another Caleb in Chicago, right? Well, for second reason, this kid will ultimately be in the Rookie of the Year running because out of UNC, out of North Carolina, he's just this dynamic power forward. The only thing about his game, because he's All-American, you talk about everything that he did in his short college career, he's already projecting, comps like the Minnesota Timberwolves, Anthony Edwards, guys like that already. and he's such high ceiling. Ultimately, before this next season's over, he's probably going to be the face of the franchise. That's how exciting this player is. He could have gone number 1 overall. So it's very exciting. And then he's a straight up power forward too. So the only thing about his game that isn't going to translate right away is he's not a good perimeter shooter. But we got enough of those guys, I think. So he's going to work out just well.
I really like that when they did his welcome press conference. They were like, "So what do you expect?" He's like, "Oh, I expect to win Rookie of the Year." Like, yes, talk that shit, dude. I love that cockiness. I love that confidence. You know, don't even say, "Well, I hope to win it," or "I know." You say, "I'm gonna win Rookie of the Year." Fucking drop your nuts on everyone.
Yeah, I like that he was excited to come here. I like that he's been all in on Chicago since the moment they drafted him. I like that quote, Jason. I like the quote that he said he wants to be better than Jordan. I know people were upset at that, like it was sacrilegious, but as a young rookie coming into Chicago, that's the kind of stuff you want to hear. You want someone to have those high expectations. You know, like a lot of the times we hear about like the free agents not wanting to come to Chicago, especially in the late 90s and early 2000s, like they were afraid of Jordan's shadow. Well, it's been long enough. You know, like obviously we had Derrick Rose for a quick second, but you want that alpha. You want that number 1 guy. And it sounds like the Bulls finally possibly got him. I've been first to admit, I don't watch a lot of NBA nowadays, and I don't listen or consume a lot of NBA products, but I do listen to the Bill Simmons show. And, he was really high on the Bulls draft. He said that they might have had the best draft of the first night with Caleb Williams and Dalen Swain. I got to fix that. But yeah, so it's exciting. Obviously, it's going to take some time, but when you have like that number 1 guy, that's exactly what you need, especially in the NBA. Of all the sports, you need that 1-1. You need that alpha. And obviously this is 1-4, but they could have said, you know, like any of those 4 top picks could have gone 1.
Yep. And if you're already waxing poetic in love with Wilson, as we all should be. He was in the gym at UIC at midnight last night and posted it and was going viral for that. So the kid's already putting in the work. What better thing to do on a Sunday night at midnight, but already hit the gym because he's going to try to back up what he's talking.
I think that this pick with Caleb, because I mean I watch a lot of college basketball, so you know I really like this pick. It was nothing like Bulls related where we're gonna fuck this up and get somebody else and be like, who the fuck is this? Like you know, hence Patrick Williams. You know, some getting somebody off the bench as a number 4 pick. Anyways, they got it right with this one. I think he's a very explosive. He's a great defender, and also he could drive the basket as well too, and obviously a great height. The one thing that I wanted was not Swain. I wanted Carr. Carr was available there. He's a better shooter than Swain. But again, we got to see how this goes. I mean, you know, Swain was in a great program at Texas, and you know, I'm gonna go and see how this GM is putting together this lineup. So I'm gonna, you know, trust him. If they evaluated him correctly, you know, saw the tapes highlights of him, then I'm gonna go with what he that he wanted Swain. But I personally would want a Carr again. Carr's a better shooter. But we'll see how it goes.
Watch Carr becomes the next Steph Curry, and everyone's gonna be like, "You motherfucker!" You
Trust Johnny had it first. Well, I'll be the first to tweet it out there. Johnny had it first. Johnny was right. Trust the process, everybody. I was gonna say, do you want to get to the super chats before we get to the next
quick super chat from Jerry Sullivan. Smash that like button. Cheers, boys. Cheers, Jerry. Appreciate you.
Salute. It's on there twice. Did you pay twice? Do we need to refund you for one? But we'll put them up there twice, or is this a StreamYard thing?
Could be a StreamYard issue, but if they send us double the money, I'm sorry, Jerry.
You're good for next week, Jerry.
Yeah. All right, Joe, you're gonna be up again. Meet with us with me this time too, because we got some Hawks. We didn't have to even watch the draft on Friday because they got rid of the 4th pick before Friday night drafts. We kind of been talking about it that it was. I thought that they were probably better off trading the 4th pick. You know, if they weren't going to get the number 2, which they probably should have got. And I think if they stayed at 2, if they were able to get 2, they probably would have stayed at 2. But we got a good defenseman Bowen Byrem, I look, we talked about how the Hawks need better defense. Their defense is mid. They need a better, right defenseman, and they got it. But did they give up too much? But first round pick, a second round pick, and Louis Crevier. Joe, are you happy with what they had to give up to get him?
I don't think anybody is happy to have to give up so much. And of course, a lot of fans are going to say Hawks got fleeced, whatever. But a lot of the trades going on in the NHL these days, everybody's getting fleeced when they're getting an all-star caliber player. So we find out in the end that we have our new 1D lineman right now on the blue line. So he's going to be a potential A on his sweater. He's young. He's about this. He wants to be here. Bedard obviously was vouching for him also to have him acquired to be on the team. He's probably gonna get a 4 or 5 year deal done because he's about to be an unrestricted free agent, I believe. No, he had an offer sheet, I believe.
Yeah. So I was saying to you guys, like, I don't think they make this trade on a rental because the Hawks aren't one piece away and going for a run. This isn't that, right? So you're trading the 4th overall pick and someone who's young in control. Okay, yeah, he's only 25 years old. They could have had him 2018, 2017, something like 2018
2019.
draft. Yeah, something like, okay, thank you. They could have had him. They took Kirby Doc instead. But they got the it's like Kenny Williams. They always get their guy, right? But he's gonna. I think what's gonna be beneficial for this is that he's gonna be leading or captain on the power play. So, and the Hawks were very, very good in the power play last year, and I think he's just gonna be the one who's, kind of quarterbacking the power play going forward.
Yeah, and he wanted out of Buffalo too because they pretty much have a logjam on the blue line, and that's why when he did have an opportunity to step up when one of their 1A or B were not available, he was performing, and he wanted to eventually become a captain, on a team one day. So this is his opportunity, prove himself, and he's got a fresh start in Chicago where he's no longer, part of a logjam. He's 1A. He's the 1A alpha defenseman now.
I just hope this trade for defenseman is not bringing back Brian Campbell type of feels. Hopefully he's as good as like Jarmelson or even Keith, but I'm not going to even compare him to Keith. But yeah, I saw a whole bunch of complaining. Like people were just pissed about this. But I heard other like Blackhawks fans that were, just like you, they were optimistic about the trade and they were really excited about it. I mean, it's a piece that we need, right? I mean,
desperately.
It's a no-brainer. And then I don't know, maybe Kyle Davis is the way that, he's been picking these players. He might have been, we might as well get somebody who's already, in the
established.
League, established, knows, who is a proven defenseman. So maybe that's where they were going that route. Maybe there's somebody they didn't like going into this 4th pick that they needed. And it seems like this is something that they desperately needed.
Yeah. I mean, if you were to take another defenseman with the 4th pick, that's another 4 or 5 years away. And we've already been through 5 years of this rebuild with Kyle Davidson already. So that's it. We need an established player. We need Kyle now to take this rebuild and turn it into something already because fans are already getting thirsty. We need a playoff run from this team. And we need to start acquiring real established players. And I think this is a great first step.
Yeah. Jackson Rudolph went 4th overall. He was the first defenseman off the board. So that would have been probably best player available, for the Hawks. So they got a they got a better defenseman because you don't really know what you're getting when you draft a guy.
All right. Whose phone is going off? Like someone's phone is just buzzing through the roof and it keeps like buzzing on the desk. It's driving me nuts. I'm sorry to derail the show.
I don't have my phone on my desk. I literally just I can move it to a different zip code. I don't have it on the desk.
JT,
yeah, mine's on silent.
Mine's on silent too. I got airplane mode on.
Or
I'm not even getting any.
Someone's vibrator.
Ooh. Someone's
That's
texting
not-
one of our phones
that's-
to blow up
that's-
the
After
That's
blow up the
neither
pod,
here nor
sabotage the podcast.
we haven't done
Yeah.
an after dark in a long time.
It's probably
that's
Gordo.
true. I have nothing to say about this. You guys know my feelings about Davidson. But I do have something to say about this. It's Robert Lewandowski season coming to Chicago Fire. The first big move for the Fire in a long time. I mean, they've signed other designated players, but this is a world-class striker. I get it, he's at the end of his career, but this is a name. Played with the biggest clubs, leading the Polish national team league, leading scorer of all time. This is a huge name and a huge get for the Chicago Fire. I talked about it yesterday a little bit. I tweeted about it. I think this is exactly what the Fire need right now. They're a good team. They've been a good team since last year. They have all the right pieces to make a deep run in the playoffs. They were just needing a little bit more offense. They have the league leading goal scorer in Hugo Kuipers, and that's what I'm worried about. You got to keep them both to really be a contender. There's rumors that Hugo Kuipers might be going to Europe. He might be, getting poached by other teams. You got to do everything in your power to keep them both here, at least for this season. After the season's over, let it be. And Kuipers is young, so if he wants to go to Europe, you can't really, blame him. But for now, this is an awesome move and something that we haven't been excited for the Fire in a long time. Between the stadium news, the Fire just being good with Greg Berhalter and everything else, and now a proven star in Robert Lewandowski, the sky is, the Fire. I kind of wanted to ask you guys, between the White Sox, the Fire, you ignore the Bulls and the Blackhawks for a second, but the Bears obviously had a tremendous season last year. Who's the first to win a championship? Because there's an argument to be made that the Chicago Fire might be number one.
Chicago Hounds.
Dad,
Chicago Hounds,
starting today.
Don't forget
10
about
a.m.
them. Don't forget we shouted out there a couple weeks ago.
No, but this is a good move.
I think it's still the Bears.
Yeah, I agree.
The Bears it is.
Fine. I'll give you that because I like the Bears too.
I'm excited for this move though. It's the
gonna
last
put
big
some
superstar.
It's gonna put some asses in seats right now.
Mhm.
In Jerry O'Sullivan saying supposedly a few Polish people here. I know a couple 2-3 friends that went to Stag High School are very excited about Robert Lewandowski joining the Fire.
I will say this is probably just as high as when we got Blanco.
Guatemala
Yeah.
Blanco. Yeah.
Yes, Guatemala Blanco. I think that's high. We've had Schweinsteiger, we've had some other designated players to come into the Chicago Fire, but this is a huge get, especially that we are in the biggest Polish community as well too. So this is a huge win-win. It's the right choice, and obviously, Peter, how you mentioned, I did see a couple Fire games last year. Okay, I did see a couple Fire games, and it's good that they're actually playing well because that's what you need, especially now that you're building a new stadium as well too. This is a good get. You want to get more. The only thing that I'm pissed off about the MLS is that you only have a certain amount of designated players. They need to fucking change that because I would like to see more top flight players come to the MLS, not just 3. I don't know if it's still like that or if they changed that, but you need to see more. So this is a good start. I know though I kept on seeing the rumors. I wasn't believing anything until finally you started seeing more and more come up with more reliable sources, and I'm excited. I'm definitely going to see more Fire games, and I definitely want to go to more games because of this.
Yeah. And
He's that
it's
good.
also it solidifies them and legitimizes them. You saw what Messi did to Miami, and I'm not comparing Messi to Robert Lewandowski, but there's already rumors that Leon Goretzka, who played for Bayern Munich and is currently on the German national team, is in talks with the Fire because he wants to play with Robert Lewandowski. This is what that big signing happens. Once you get that big number 1 star, more people want to play with them. So if this domino effect leads to Leon Goretzka playing with the Fire and playing in the midfield, that's all the better because we saw what happened with Casemiro just signed with Messi. Everyone wants to play with Messi in Miami. If some players want to play with Robert Lewandowski the next couple years, that's going to benefit the Fire.
Man, Caleb Wilson, I got to add Bulls to CHSN. I got to start watching Chicago Fire games now.
You got to get Apple to watch those. That's tough.
Fuck, man.
There's no way to bootleg those. They're on Apple TV. Come over. You just come over. I'll invite you over. You can watch them. You can watch them at my place.
Oh, I do have Apple TV. Perfect.
One last bit of Chicago sports news before we get into nonsense, and this is also nonsense of the Bears variety. The Chicago Bears are teaming up with the Hallmark Channel and the NFL to bring you Holiday Touchdown, a Bears love story, kicking off Hallmark's countdown to Christmas this year. Now, my question to you guys are, not only are you going to watch this movie, because we all know we're probably going to have to review it, but how many Oscars, Emmys, Tonys, and all of the awards are they going to win?
Golden Globes, SAGs.
24.
Yeah, SAGs, Golden Globes, all of them.
Yeah, every single one. It's going to be a clean sweep. Clean sweep for our boy Coulson.
I bet it's going to do numbers because people. This is going to be curious, and they're going to be looking at this and be like,
"We should do a watch party."
Crazy.
Can we do a watch party at the Ramova for Hallmark Channel holiday?
Are we worried though that our boy's going to go Hollywood after this though
and become like The Rock? Yeah.
Yeah. Is he going to leave after his rookie contract's over? And
no,
we're going to lose.
He's not in the movie. He just announced the movie. I don't think any of the Bears have actually anything to do with. Maybe they'll have a cameo here or there. This is going to be like Fever Pitch, right? Like with Jimmy Fallon and Drew Barrymore. They're going to have some D-list actors if it's on Hallmark Channel. I don't think anybody's actually there.
No, I think there's going to be.
Coach Johnson's too busy for this bullshit.
Oh, did you see that people were saying that it did not look like he wanted to have any part of it on the video?
Yeah, he was so pissed to have to announce it.
He was a little pissed. I'm like, what the fuck are we doing here? I don't got time for this. I gotta win. I gotta go to the playoffs. I gotta win a Super Bowl. He didn't give a shit.
You're probably gonna making him run laps just because he had to announce it.
Yeah.
Our guy Svo, or our guy like the Yumper and Svo when they rented out a movie theater. Can we do that for this? We could probably pack a movie theater for a Bears movie.
Yeah. I think that'd be good. Let's get it happening. Do they show Hallmark movies on the big screen?
We will. I'll bring that Fire Stick. Don't tell anybody.
All right. We got some nonsense. But first we gotta play a quick ad for us. And get big.
ShySportsBums.BigCartel.com is the home for all Chicago sports bums merch. We have Bears, Hawks, socks, and bums merch available. Anything you need to get ready for a big game or a Chicago Sports Bums event. Remember, all profits go directly back into our Whiskey at Comiskey tailgates to keep the beer and food free for everyone. So head over to ShySportsBums.BigCartel.com and pick up a couple Toot Tree shirts today.
Yeah. Let's do it. America 250 trivia. 4th of July is this weekend, ladies and gentlemen. So, figured let's do a little trivia. We haven't done trivia in a while, and I like stumping you guys.
Hold on. I want to get ahead of this now. I'm in my USA hat. I'm in my USA soccer. I'm drinking out of American Eagle. I'm drinking beer out of a coffee. But if I lose this, it's because English is my second language. So I want to get ahead of it now. If I win, I'm the most American. But if I lose, English is my second language.
Okay. So that's the spin we're going with then.
Getting ahead of it now.
All right. Let's go, guys. So I have 12 questions here. And it just they're all America related. So we're gonna start off with something. They have a little bit of everything for everyone. So it's not gonna be too history deep.
Lin-Manuel Miranda.
Is this multiple choice?
No.
Damn
All
it.
right.
Do I need a lead number 2 pencil for this?
You could.
Yeah. Well, let me go sharpen that.
All right. Question 1, gents. What state sells the most fireworks? Non, non-commercial. So it's consumer fireworks.
All right, so my initial thought has to be Indiana because it's illegal here. They're a big enough city, or I mean, Chicago's a big enough city to, contribute to the sales in Indiana. But it's gotta be some podunk southern state, at least in my eyes. I wish I would have known where it's legal and where it's not legal. Nevada is my guess. I changed my mind at the end. I
Okay.
I said
thought this was history.
first I
It's,
said
it's,
South,
everything,
and
it's
then I went
America
Nevada.
250. It's everything we're celebrating about America. It's everything that makes America great. It's past, it's current. It's a whole bunch of random questions here.
You said non-commercial, right? I don't know why.
Yes,
said that.
non-commercial.
Change my answer. Go, Joey P. Say something first.
I'm gonna go with Mississippi.
Mississippi.
Because I being down in Tennessee, I remember hearing about Boomtown. So, and I think it was just a bit further south from Tennessee.
Florida. Florida's my final answer.
Florida.
California.
Okay. Johnny's saying California.
Nah, too liberal for fireworks.
Joey, what would you say it was?
Mississippi.
Mississippi. Missy, no, I did not say. I said what makes it great, not
again.
No
Yeah.
spider. I thought you said. Yeah.
Boys, the correct answer is Missouri. Missouri sells the most fireworks in a non-commercial manner, and also Illinois. A lot of people from Southern Illinois help boost that number up.
Yeah, I guess that makes sense.
But they have Missouri has some of the most relaxed fireworks laws in the country, so people just go crazy with buying them.
Shout out Jason Pierre-Paul.
All right, so on the opposite end of the spectrum, what state has the strictest regulations on fireworks?
I'm gonna guess New York.
I go California.
Yeah, I kind of want to go to California as well too.
0 for 2, boys. The correct answer is Massachusetts. It is everything is banned in Massachusetts. You can't even do sparklers or anything on the ground in Massachusetts. Everything firework related is banned. Imagine being a masshole and you're drunk on 4th of July and you can't even light off like a fucking Roman candle or a sparkler or something.
You would think that Massachusetts would be like easy with that stuff, considering the fact that it was like one of the 13 colonies. That's
Also-
terrible.
Also, early bum of the week, Jason, for just even insinuating. Imagine being a masshole. No, thank you. I don't even want to think about it.
I mean, yeah. All right. So, as we all know, our
0 for
Illinois
2.
0 for 2. We all know our Illinois firework laws, so you can't buy any, but you can buy sparklers, smoke things, snakes, all the ground stuff. How many states in the U.S. have the same version of law that Illinois does?
All right, so I mean, I'm thinking blue states here. I'm thinking 1 or 2 out west and a bunch up and east. I'm gonna say same exact laws. It wouldn't be because everyone tweaks it every so often. I'm gonna say 8 states have the same laws.
Joey?
I'm gonna go with a dozen.
I'm gonna go with 3.
3. Okay. Joey, you win. It's 12 other states that share the novelty of Illinois. So we were only allowed sparklers, smoke bombs, snappers, poppers, small novelty items. So those we can't, anything that goes off the ground or explodes is what Illinois. So 12 other states share that with us. Good job, Joe.
Thank you.
1-0.
All right. I think this one might be a layup for you guys. But let's see here. What state consumes the most barbecue on July 4th?
That's got to be Texas.
I'll go Missouri.
I'm gonna say Wisconsin.
Peter, you are correct. It is Texas.
Tied
job.
up, Joey P. Coming for that ass.
Woohoo.
Yep. They lead all states in barbecue consumption, mostly because of the sheer volume of barbecue restaurants that are in the state alone. But they consume the most barbecue on the 4th of July. All right, good job, guys. All right. Where was the Declaration of Independence signed?
All right, so this seems like a trick question. And we're going Massachusetts. We're
Do you
going
need this? Do you need the state or do you need the city?
City.
Philadelphia. We're going New York. If it's like some bullshit like Poughkeepsie, New York or something. Yeah, I guess I'm going. I remember cheating here because now I just saw Jerry O'Sullivan's answer. I gotta close the comments while we're doing this. But yeah, I guess we're going Philadelphia.
Everyone, what do you?
I think that's a consensus.
Yeah, I
Chet-
guess so.
All right, it is Philadelphia. Declaration of Independence was signed in Philadelphia.
Jerry just tied us, Peter. 3-way tie.
Yeah, Jerry and Missy are in the tied for the lead.
There you
Yeah.
go.
All right. Another
Wait,
history question.
Wait,
Go ahead.
before you do it, let's get off the comments. Peter, Joey, myself.
I can.
Jason, I minimized the comments.
Yeah.
Jason in charge of the comments, so now there's no cheating.
Yeah. So if I maximize it, do you guys see it again?
No, it's by person. So I closed
by
mine
person?
out. Yeah, so I'm closing out. Jason's in charge of the comments.
Yeah, I can see the. I can see this. All right.
Johnny's cheating. I just gave him access to StreamYard today. He's gonna be cheating now. How do I know yours is closed?
You want me to take a picture of it? I can show you right now.
All right, go ahead.
All right. This is a another history question. You'll get an extra point if you get the second part of this. What country did Thomas Jefferson buy the Louisiana Purchase from? And if you get the dollar amount with it, you'll get an extra point.
Well, I'm gonna guess Paris. Or I mean France. You said country, right? France.
Yeah, country.
Paris, Texas?
No. Yeah. Paris, Texas. I'm guessing France. I don't know the dollar amount. In $2 million.
Joe,
$150K.
what country? No, you gotta get country
No,
first.
I know it's. I don't want to take Peter's answer.
Well, it's you don't have to take his answer. It's
England.
Whoever gets it right.
England.
You want to get it right.
I'll go with England.
All right.
I'm gonna go France, and I'm gonna go $1.
$1. The correct answer is France. So Johnny
Okay.
Joe, you get a point. No one gets the extra point. It was 15 million. You bought it from those frogs.
Actually, I should get a point because I actually gave a dollar amount.
I said 2 million. I was closer.
Yeah.
Oh, I guess so. Sorry.
And I said France.
All right, we got a few more left here. The Oregon Trail was a great game as a kid when we were playing it.
Dysentery.
That my question is, in the real life Oregon Trail, what was the number one cause of death?
Dysentery.
Syphilis.
Oh, a lot of fucking on the Oregon Trail.
Can I get like my real guess is something weather related? Starvation? Starvation, final answer.
Oh, you can say starvation.
I'm
Joey?
working everything out verbally in my head, but in front of the audience.
I say pneumonia.
Pneumonia?
That's a good answer. Good answer. We're doing
You
Family
said
Feud.
that what was the common sickness or what the cause of
The
death?
most the one that killed the most people in the Oregon Trail. What killed the most people? I'm not saying it has to be exactly a sickness, but what killed the most people in the Oregon Trail?
I don't want to say common cold, but
I brought the comments back up. I'm sorry. I couldn't help myself. I see comments happening. I got to post them.
I'll just say common cold. I don't know.
All right. The correct answer is cholera. Cholera was the deadliest. It killed the most people in the Oregon Trail, spread through contaminated water. It caused severe diarrhea and dehydration. But dysentery and typhoid fever are also number in the top 5 of killers on the Oregon Trail, along with
Love in the time of
measles, smallpox, and pneumonia. But yeah,
Yeah.
cholera was the deadliest on the Oregon Trail. All right. Switching it up here. How many hot dogs are eaten on the 4th of July?
Oh my God. Between the entire United States?
In the United States, 4th of July, how many hot dogs are consumed?
400 million?
400 million? All right.
I don't even know how to do that math.
I go 1.2 million.
1.2?
I'll go 50 million.
None of you guys are close. 150 million hot dogs will be eaten on the 4th of July.
150 million.
Yep. A lot of wieners.
This is giving Lawrence versus Vikings vibes real bad.
You got some points. I'm happy.
I got shit right now.
Yeah, dysentery is what we got.
All right. How many wars has America been in?
Here we go. Let me do this, Matt. Somebody. I don't know why I keep answering first. I think I'm giving. I'm at a disadvantage going first. Somebody else answer, but I'm going to start counting with my fingers.
In the history of the United States.
Yes.
Right.
How many wars has
All right,
America been in?
I'm just gonna say 9.
Officially, because if you go on the internet,
yeah, we're not going to include conflicts and engagements.
Right.
We're talking
All right,
wars.
then let me do it.
Oh wait, so within the United States, or also we're including like us getting into
Offshore battles.
I'm going
Yeah.
12.
You're going 12?
I said 9.
Fuck, man. I'll go 13.
13. This
Son of
this was a trick question. Jerry O'Sullivan knew it where I was going. Declared war. The answer is 5. There's only been 5 declared wars in the United States history. Those
This
were
is
the War of
bullshit.
1812, the
What is this,
Mexican-American
what is this,
War,
the Bozo show?
Spanish-American
We're
War,
like fucking Cookie the Clown.
and both world wars. Now,
Yeah, see, I counted Vietnam. I counted the
Yes.
Korean War.
Now,
I
Peter-
counted both Iraqi wars, Afghanistan. I'm counting Bosnia and Herzegovina on Wednesday. That's one is gonna, in my eyes.
if you include the
Oh,
non-declared wars by Congress, you were correct, Peter. It is 12.
Yeah, so I give me half credit. I actually got it right.
Give you half a star of that. But that's a trick question because Congress only declared war 5 times in the U.S. history.
Good job, Jerry O'Sullivan.
Yeah. All right. Oop, close my phone here. All right, we got 2 questions left, guys. How many presidents have appeared on U.S. currency?
Oh, there's some bullshit dollar bills or amounts of currency that. All right, let me count. Eight.
All right, Joey. Peter's going 8. Joey?
There's 8 bills, but then coins. You're talking about another.
Oh
I
yeah.
go
that's
13. I'm going 13.
Oh
13?
shit! You said currency. I didn't even think coins.
I go with 13. It's probably more, but I'll go 13.
I'm gonna go 10.
All right, I'm going to give the point to Joey. It's 12. It is 12. Washington, Jefferson, Lincoln, Andrew Jackson, Ulysses S. Grant. Benjamin Harrison was on the $13 bill. It's on national banknotes, no longer issued. Grover Cleveland was on the $20 bill, large size, no longer issued. William McKinley is on the $500 bill.
I knew that was
Woodrow Wilson is on the $100,000 gold certificate, which is only used between federal bank reserves. And then you have FDR on the dime, Kennedy, Eisenhower. Those are your 12 presidents that have been on U.S. currency. Benjamin Franklin, not a president. Alexander Hamilton, not a president. And the $1 coin is Susan B. Anthony. So,
isn't there a Sacagawea?
There was, yes. There's a Sacagawea. It's featured. It's been like swapped. It has numerous designs over the years. But yes, Sacagawea and Susan B. Anthony are on the $1 coin. But 12 U.S. presidents. I did not know there was a $100,000 gold certificate.
The way inflation's going, there's going to be more of those.
Yeah. Also, I'm kind of curious to see what a $500 bill looks like.
Google it up. Let's show the audience.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, Susan B. Anthony was not president. I said Susan B. Anthony. She's on the $1 coin, even though she wasn't featured. Was never a U.S. president. There's a couple there's 3 on currency that never were president. All right. Last one, because nothing says America other than drugs. How many metric tons of drugs are smuggled into the U.S. each year?
Oh my God. I don't even know how to quantify that. Well, I mean, you're telling me metric tons.
Yeah, metric tons. How many metric tons are smuggled into the U.S. each year?
How much is, shipping containers worth of drugs? And
I'll say 20 because I stayed up all night last night studying.
There's got to be more than 20, no?
So I will say
metric tons a lot.
It is a range. There's no actual like hard number, so it's a range. So Joe, if you want to say, 20 to
25.
Yeah, you can give a range.
20 to 25.
I'd say 40 to 50 tons.
Yeah.
And this is reported tons.
My brain. See, this is how dumb my brain is. I'm trying to, in my head, quickly convert kilos to metric tons, and I just flat out can't do it on a podcast with my brain. 500 metric tons.
That is the ceiling, Peter. It is 200 to 500 metric tons per year are estimated to be smuggled into the U.S. Cocaine is between 150 to 300 metric tons, 10 to 20 for heroin. Meth is 20 to 80, and fentanyl is less than 10. So, yeah. Happy birthday, America. Enjoy your illegal smuggled drugs.
I just saw Teresa's comment.
21 million for Esteban Loaiza.
So yeah, happy Independence Day, everyone. That was our America 250 trivia. Yeah, heroin. Watch the documentaries.
Oh man. See, I had these comments closed. There's some good ones on this. I was gonna say something, but I'm glad I didn't. You know what? I should have. Fuck that
guy. All right. Ready to bump some people, guys?
Yeah, let's do it. I think it's about that time.
I think he's a bum. I think he's an absolute bum.
You call me a bum? My man, I take that with pride, with honor, that I'm a bum. I'm the king of the bums, baby.
Because you're training like a damn bum, you know that? Bum. A bum.
Bum.
All right, time for There we go. Our listener bums and MVBs. First up, King Ass, MVB, the person reading this. Thank you. Bum of the week, the person to the left of the person reading this. Sorry, Johnny.
Next.
Next up, we got
Pranks.
Jerry O'Sullivan, MVP, Paraguay. What a huge upset.
Tremendous upset by Paraguay.
Good job, Paraguay. Bum of the week, the Heat.
Yeah, it's gonna be no fun this week, but it's all right.
Hydrate, hydrate, hydrate.
Mrs. Joey P. Bum of the week, getting attacked by a group of birds trying to save their baby stuck in the fence. Joey, you want to tell the story?
Yeah, quick short story. I'm tossing the trash early Saturday morning, and I happen to see a poor little birdie stuck on our neighbor's fence. He's got a chain link fence in the backyard. Saw the baby bird was stuck in there, wasn't moving. I thought he was a goner. So I ran inside, grabbed Sandy, because, you know, she's like Ace Ventura's sister or something, pet detective. And she comes and right away, oh my God. And she goes and I'm already coming, you know, back in the crib. And she's going and she's messing with baby birdie. A flock of at least a dozen angry birds, like all the characters from the Angry Birds video game on your phone, they were all coming down on her. Good thing I had, yeah, all of them, slingshots and all. Good thing I had the garage door open because I was getting ready to do the lawn work, and she went in the garage to hide. But she was just trying to save the baby. And the baby did get loosened up enough where he fell into the neighbor's grass and then started hopping around a little bit. But he's got a bad arm there. But hey, all she did was try to help. You didn't have to go after my wife like that, yo.
Damn, bum of the week, birds.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't want to catch you on my block again.
MVP, Joey, for amazing time at two of the most exciting sporting events I've been to. Probably, I know one of them last Friday, and then sounds like Mexico World Cup game.
Mexico at the Ramova was an absolute blast. Yep.
Awesome.
That looked like a lot of fun.
Next up, JT, MVP, extended weekends for holidays. Couldn't agree more. Gonna love the few days off I'm gonna have. Bum of the week, extra work to make up for those extra days. Yeah, next Monday's gonna suck. Next up, Mailman Jack, bum of the week, summer road construction. Holy moly, it's everywhere. It's half of the season in Illinois. Winter and construction season. It shouldn't take me close to an hour to get from 111 Pulaski to the Stevenson, but it does.
Tell me about it, Jack.
And then another hour once you're on the Stevenson.
Yep.
Yeah.
That's why you choose to be sick and take the number traffic.
I'd rather take that chance.
Yep. And as MVP, America, I know we're a flawed country, but name me a country that isn't. When it's all said and done, we kind of kick ass. Couldn't agree more.
Yeah. Especially against Bosnia and Herzegovina.
Yep.
Whoa. Where'd the other ones go?
There you are. Peekaboo. Where'd they go?
I don't know.
Here I am. I'm gonna kick us off here. My MVP, I'm with Jerry O'Sullivan. It's Paraguay for knocking Germany out. The Germans are kaput. Makes the USA's
Side of the
pathway
bracket, yeah.
pathway a little more easy. So I'll take it. Now, if we can just get France out of the way, I'll be happy about that too.
That's the thing. Julie was kind of a little bit upset. She's got a good amount of German in her, and so she was rooting for the Germans. And I said it didn't matter. The way they were playing, they were going to get their ass beat by France. And I mean, the way France is playing, they're going to beat a lot of people's asses. So hopefully there is an upset. An upset would go a long way. But yeah, I'm not worried about it. We'll get to France when we get to France. We got to beat Bosnia Herzegovina and then Senegal or Belgium.
Yeah. I have no bums this week.
Wow.
Yeah.
A happy week for Jason. That's a rare occasion.
You know,
Credit to
yeah,
you.
it is. I'm kind of happy. So yes. All right. Joey, what do you got?
MVBs, I had a couple. I had our DJ Marshmallow. He did an awesome set for about a half hour. We had the entire Comiskey rocking. The whole 108 section was off and dancing. We were doing dance battles. Me and my Sox others
No shit.
had Wally out there, Mr. Hand, Luke. We were all battle dancing. I was missing you, Johnny. I was like, I need Johnny here right now to help me so he can pop my collars. But that was an awesome time. And Marshmallow, not only that, we didn't get to talk about it. He walked out Jimmy Butler at the start of his set. And Jimmy Buckets, he went viral. He literally did. He loves Chicago. He still comes back from, I think if the rumors are true, his cell phone still is a 773 area code that's out there in those streets. So he loves Chicago, and he paid homage to the city that he'll always love us. It was awesome. So great concert. The whole Comiskey was vibing that whole concert. So that was awesome. White Sox, best concert post game ever. And everybody was saying that it attended the others.
Oh, I got to give credit to Jimmy Butler. He was at the Marshmallow Show, and then he was at the Columbia World Cup game the next morning.
Yeah.
So like that's some commitment. He probably flew overnight. Probably, I mean, obviously private, but he was at the White Sox game, and then he was at the Columbia game. That was an early start Columbia game.
Yep. And then my bum of the week, I have to say earthquakes. Thoughts and prayers, and God bless all those affected in Venezuela. It's heartbreaking when you start seeing on the news all the destruction that happened from those earthquakes. So those are my bum of the week. Que Dios los bendiga a todos.
Yep. Johnny.
My MVPs are real quick shout out to Alexis. Alexis is today's her actual birthday, so
It is?
yes, it's her birthday. So yeah, I'm giving it, like, we went Saturday to go celebrate with her, so had a good time on that. Went to the Sox game, so again, it is today her actual birthday, so happy birthday, Alexis. And then my what a bum is actually was at that same Sox game as well too. I was trying to go to the restroom, and you know how you have to go through people to, get to the aisle and all that. Well, some wife was, or it was a wife and a guy, and the wife was like looking at the guy, and the guy just literally gave like such a big, like it was like like a condescending smirk, like, just I have to get up. I have to get up because this guy has to go to the bathroom or something like that. I'm thinking to myself, first of all, I was gonna say, what was his issue? Like, what's the problem? You can't get up. And that's to that point. I didn't do anything. I was just like, I was calm and cool. I was like, I'm not gonna let this guy ruin my day over this. But to the point, I'm like, why are you even at the game if you're gonna be bothered like that? Like if that's gonna be something that's gonna aggravate you, don't go to the games. Like to
Yeah,
me,
we're not at your living room.
right. No, like I wish I could have recorded this guy's face because I thought it was such a nice. It was just like one of those things where it just, I don't know why you're even there. So that guy's my bum of the week. If you don't, just stay home. Don't go to games. Because I feel like if you're going to be aggravated all the time, like it's just going to be annoying you every single time you go to the game. So stay home.
Yep. Peter, take us home.
All right, my MVB real quick. It was going to be my banter because I was excited to talk about this. But then looking at it, we got an MVB. Johnny, a lot of the times when we're in like this bum chat, Jason, it happens to us all the time. We get like the hive mind where we're thinking of something at the same time. Or like, I was actually reading this article when Johnny sent it to me. And it's the Mexican Batman. The Mexican Batman has reportedly emerged in Jalisco, hunting motorcycle thieves and taping them to street poles. I got some pictures for you guys. It says, a mysterious vigilante has dubbed the Mexican Batman after chasing down suspected motorbike thieves and duct taping them to lampposts. At least 5 men have been bound to street poles and their mouths taped, the word thieves scribbled across their faces. The unidentified local has taken drastic measures against bike thieves in Lagos de Moreno, Jalisco. And it says, The so-called Mexican Batman also threw mustaches and cat whiskers on the men as his supposed calling card. And now, just like in the real Batman, police in Jalisco are now on the hunt to catch the wannabe superhero. So my MVB is to this hero, the Mexican Batman, and my bum of the week is the police in my father's state of Jalisco. It's Commissioner Gordon and the Gotham PD all over again. Like, this guy's doing great, but you call him a vigilante and you want to apprehend him. We need more Mexican Batman. We need a Chicago Batman. We need a Philly Batman and everyone else. This guy is doing. Yeah. We need Mexican Spider-Man and Mexican Hulk.
Yeah, get all the Avengers down there.
A Mexican Deadpool. So my
Chalupa
MVP,
Batman.
my MVP is Mexican Batman.
Jersey wants to know, where's the guy who had his pants around his ankles?
Yo soy Batman. That's exactly.
Oh,
that's a
here's
good question. What is the Mexican bat signal?
Is taco too offensive?
No, it's a modelo. It's a modelo.
That's a modelo.
That's a beer. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's
A kawama.
Okay.
It's a kawama.
And then my bum of the week, it's no surprise. I don't know why I did this, to be honest with you, but I was sitting here. I've been working all day. And you know, like on Mondays, I try to catch up on, billing, office work, quotes, estimates, because I can't be on the field all the time. And also, it was going to be hot as shit. So I'm like, let me stay back and do some paperwork. So I was in my office, or here, basically. I work here, doing my stuff. And I see Amy Harbor, the Scarlet Witch of sports, throws a hex and a curse on the 2026 White Sox, the fun-loving White Sox, the upstart White Sox. And I said, I can't have it. I mean, like, we can't have this. So I can't believe it. This is still here. My concoction to curse the city of Cleveland is here on. I cursed the entire city of Cleveland. There's a map of Cleveland in here. I poured some beer. I poured some Malort. I poured some delicious JP Graziano's Jardinera and some Black Cap Tapatio hot sauce. I'm gonna send this to her. I don't know how. I don't know how. I don't have her address, but by hook or by crook, we're gonna curse this lady because I don't believe in La Llorona or El Cucuy or La Chupacabra. I definitely don't believe this lady with her broken ass finger. So my bum of the week is Amy Harbor for trying to curse the White Sox with her Timu Danhausen ass.
I have a feeling you have a contender for bum of the year tournament that's going to go pretty far.
Yeah.
She might be high on that list, Jason.
All right, Peter, what's on the Baloney Show this week?
Reschedule. All right, my guy Clem will be on the Baloney Show on Wednesday. He was going to be on last Wednesday. I had to cancel. I know a lot of people are like, oh, what happened? Jason, you texted me right away. Julie had some work stuff. I had to reschedule my Wednesday and stuff. So that was on me, but he'll be back on Wednesday. I will say, the United States men's national team will be playing Bosnia-Herzegovina on Wednesday. This is pre-taped. I will not be live on Wednesdays. You can watch it whenever you want. You can watch it Thursday morning, watch it on the weekend. If you want to, be in the comments while it goes live, that'll be cool. But I will be watching soccer. So a lot of the times they are live. I've had to pre-tape a couple of them because of, interviews and scheduling and stuff like that. This one is pre-taped. But I'm excited to do this with Clem. It's been a long time coming.
We joked last week when we were watching the soccer game. I said, are you going to do it live because of the game? You're like, no, you're taping it. I'm like, what if we do a watch along for the soccer game and we go up against your show? you're in two places at the same time. How are you doing the show and doing a live watch party?
He's gonna do a Rick Rude with WCW Nitro and
Yep.
Live stream in 30 minutes. It's the Baloney Show. All right. That's our show. We want to thank everyone who joined, who commented, who super chatted us. We appreciate you guys. we'll be ready for soccer on Wednesday. But other than that, you guys have a great holiday weekend. Stay safe out there. Drink a lot of beer. Do a lot of tequila. Have a lot of barbecue and wieners. And we'll be back next week. Happy 4th, everyone.
July.
America 250, baby.
Yeah.
Boo Bosnia.